Hi guys, we are now 5 weeks into the UK lockdown. I thought I'd make a video just to bring you up to speed on the local property market. So there's a couple of things I want to touch on. Mortgages, mortgage valuations, estate agency, and a little bit about conveyancing and moving. So first of all, mortgages. So at the start of the lockdown, the banks did exactly that. They pulled many of the products and would only offer mortgages to people with a low loan to value. So 60% was the benchmark by the big guys. So unless you had a 40% deposit, you couldn't put an application in for a new mortgage. That has now changed. Initially they did that for a couple of reasons. One was because they were concerned about a slump in house prices, and the other one was because they were having to redeploy their workforce working from home. They were also having to deal with quite a lot of people that were placing the mortgages on mortgage holidays because they'd been affected, like many of us, by the coronavirus, and they wanted to take away any new work so they could help deal with that. Now, the fears of the slump in prices seems to have faded away a little, because we're now getting deals that are offering 85 or 90% loan to value mortgages. So those deals are back. And when we move on from there to the mortgage offer and mortgage valuation stage, the surveyors have actually been a little bit of innovative, and that has changed as well. So typically before the lockdown, if you had a mortgage valuation that wasn't a remortgage, always you'd get a surveyor visit the property to have a look to make sure that they agree that the price that you're paying is fair value for the property. Now that's changed. The restrictions came in. Mortgage valuers could not visit properties. So now what they are relying on is drive-by and desktop valuations, which is exactly what it says on the tin. Drive-by to make sure that it's there, and desktop valuations where they look at market data and sale data that's been very local to the properties within recent months, so they can help to ascertain the value. So now the lenders are actually issuing the mortgage offers on these drive-by and desktop valuations, so that's actually getting the mortgage market moving forwards as well. As far as estate agency is concerned, it looks like home buyers are now starting to embrace the virtual and 3D viewings, the video tours that estate agents have been doing. So actually in the last 2 weeks, there's been 37.5% more sales agreed than the fortnight before. We've actually seen 4 sales agreed in the last fortnight, which was a real surprise to me, because I actually didn't think that we'd agree any sales during the period of lockdown, but it seems like the virtual viewings are working very well. The videos that estate agents are putting out as well are very effective, and we're now starting to progress those new sales. Conveyancers in the large are still working, and they're still pressing on with cases. We can still get all of the searches from the search companies and the councils. Some of them are a little slower because they're having staffing issues of their own. And in terms of removals or moving, many of the large removal firms are still closed, but we do have some of the smaller ones, particularly the ones that aren't a member of the BAR, that are still operating. Now, you can move if the property that you're moving into is empty, and if there is a necessity to move, and we're actually completing on transactions every week. We've got one that's going through on Friday of this week as well, so that is still happening. And actually, because there's no new properties coming to the market, if you've got an empty property and you're looking to sell, now's actually not a bad time, because there's nothing else coming to the market. There's absolutely no competition for your property. So it's a good time to actually secure a buyer and get yourself a good price. If you want some advice on value, if you want to talk about the property market, if you want to talk about some of the help that the government's been offering to homeowners, landlords, tenants, anything to do with the property market, then do give me a call or drop me an email. You can get me on 01777 808 777 or email mark@nicholsonsestateagents.co.uk.